Investigate education. Specifically, investigate self-education. I've I've questioned our shared reality here. Like why is it that shit is so fucked up? I mean, just the way we get along with one another. All of us here, you know? Like how is it that some people can seemingly have such a great life and others have such a fucking shit life? Like another's shit life is building up someone else's good life. But then is that really a good life? Or is that just really, really fucked? And the point, the problem here is that our shared reality reflects a real lack of self-investigation into our self-education here as what it is we accept and allow, our individual acceptances and allowances, because our shared reality is a reflection of the accumulation of all of our acceptances and allowances. And I mean, yeah, that's a fucking lot of accumulation when you consider the 1 plus 1 plus 1 of each of us that we've accepted and allowed. I mean, just even look within yourself. What is it you've been educated with it? Everything. You look the totality of our beingness here, is the education system. And we're facing an interesting point in time within seeing how the public education system is totally fucked. I mean, what's this reflect? Is that everyone is totally fucked. I mean, this is a major problem because there's such cognitive dissonance in what, who, how we are here, relating to one another here. Um, this polarity construct in which we exist in has like the energies of positive and negative. When it's like two sides of the same coin, which puts us into this perpetual state of opposition. I mean, look at our democratic processes here as like, you know, the opposition political party, this party, that party, like fighting for the spot, like war, our 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 shared world, like how it exists, our countries, the land distribution, it's all a result of conflict, like opposing forces battling it out constantly and continuously. I mean, that's what do you get ultimately from such acceptances and allowances? It's like, oh, yeah, constantly just fucking rubbing one out. Yeah, rubbing it. Oh, yeah, making the friction. And then it's like, oh, yeah, there's like the dead fucking skin that rubs off from it. It's just like, yep, killed that to get that fire, that friction, that temporary energy. And, is that the most effective way to go about our being here? Is in opposition of one another, just due to our inherent starting point for existing here? No, it's not the best way we could be doing things here. Um, so what is required of each of us here is to take self-responsibility for our self-education here in investigating all things within ourselves. You know, everything we see is within ourselves, because how else is it that we can see it if it doesn't exist within ourselves? Which brings forth, you know, the next question, the next step, that, well, okay, this exists within me. Why is it that I don't want to face that this exists within me? Or why do I believe that this doesn't exist within me if this is here, that I don't like that? You know, there's that point of like, well, no, that can't be. We've been educated into disbelief. We've been educated into our own illusion, delusion, in creating, forming these beliefs about what it is we know, and then just moving within and as this knowing that this is how it is, without ever really practically investigating what the fuck it is we know, and, you know, questioning why this is what we know, and really seeing the problems within what it is we know. You know, not just, well, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's like the scapegoat of a failed investigation. It's just like, meh, that's it. Because, you know, if you think of our reality here, it's really like this ongoing investigation, because we we've never finished the process of self-investigation here. So it's like this ongoing conundrum, if you will, that requires one to be like a total wonk, you know, paying like meticulous attention to the detail of what is here, to know like all the intricacies of what is here, starting within oneself. And that's why it's all about self-education, because self is the starting point, origin of everything here. So, you know, we have like a base foundation to work with, and this I call our self-reflection. I implore you to ask questions, because questions lead to more questions. Within the questions are the answers and solutions, which creates a self-expansion. In this self-expansion, we enable our self-expression. Our self-expression is fucking awesome. We need more fucking awesome here, you know? To see, realize like, okay, there's like a serious fucking lack of awesome pandemic happening right now. And it's simply a factual result of our lack thereof in not directing the awesomeness, due to our ineffectiveness in investigating ourselves. I mean, that this applies in all areas. Self-investigation, self-education. Question, the quest ion. Within the question is one equal with the answer and the solution.